Okay then. All right. So this is what you guys are going to do today. So I decided to give you this skill on IXL because I noticed that the lowest performance on your test, on your 6 weeks test, was with graphing. So I want to do this last review on what graphing is before we move on to other things. For this skill, it's the only one. Again, it's a first grade for your third 6 weeks. It's K8. And it's the only one on your recommended skills because I already took out the ones for the second 6 weeks. So for this one, it says use an equation to complete the table. Now, you guys are really good at equations and tables, but still, let me explain it. So for this one, the equation is y equals 2x, okay? Which means that we're going to multiply every x times 2. So the first x that we have in this table is 2. So we're going to input this. We're going to do y equals 2 because this is a 2, and then times 2 because it's the first x. So the first y is going to be 4 because 2 times 2 is 4. So the first y is 4. And then we're going to move on to the second x, which is 3. So we're going to do this again. We're going to do y equals 2 because this is the constant of proportionality that we're using. And we're going to use the second x, which is 3, and we're going to do 2 times 3, and that gives us 6. So our second y is going to be 6, okay? And we're going to continue doing the same thing. So then y equals 2 times 4, which is 8. And since the x is 4 right here, this is the x that I did next, our y is going to be 8. Okay, and then the last one's going to be 10 because we're going to multiply 5 times 2. So here we got 4, 6, 8, 10, right? So you guys are really good with equations. And, well then. Okay, so you guys are really good with equations and tables. I know you guys got this part already, okay? Now, what we're going to do is we're going to use the values from this table that you just created to graph it, okay? Now, the values on this table are going to give us the coordinates. So the first coordinate pair is going to be 2, 4. So what you're going to do is on the x, it's going to be 2. So this is going to be your x. You're going to run to 2. Here we go. So we're going to, on our first coordinate pair is going to be 2, 4. So we're going to run to 2 and jump to 4. So our first coordinate pair is going to be right here. That's the first point that we're going to graph. Now, for this assignment, it only asks you for 2. You can pick whichever ones you want. So I already picked 2, 4. Let's say that I want to skip 1 and try 4, 8. So I'm going to run to 4 and jump to 8. So the next point that I'm going to graph is right here. You can pick whichever. Yes. It's not going to be wrong. If you want to graph 3, 6, we're going to run to 3 and jump to 6. And it would be right here. So it was 2, 4, 3, 6, 4, 8, 5, 10. And I'm getting all of those coordinates from this table. So again, this one right here is 2, 4. This one right here is 3, 6. And then 4, 8. And 5, 10. Okay. Now, whenever you graph your 2 points, a line is going to pop up automatically. And once you have that there, you're done. You submit. That's how you do it. But look, there's going to be times where, so let me skip this one because it's the same. You guys are going to have y equals x. Whenever you guys have y equals x, it's going to be, whoopsies, it's going to be the same thing because since it's telling you that y is equal to x, well, guess what? If x is 1 and y is equal to x, then y is 1. If x is equal to 3, guess what? your y is going to be equal to x. It's going to be 3. It's the same thing as multiplying times 1. So whenever you get y equals x, it's going to be the same numbers on all of them. Okay?
Miss, y también si trae un 0.
If it's 0, you know that whenever you multiply something times 0, it's going to be 0. So if you have a 0 right here, then this is going to be 0. Because
Okay.
automatically 100% of the time, whenever you multiply any number times 0, it's going to give you 0. Okay? Now, there's other times where you guys are going to have decimals or fractions. Okay? Whenever you have a fraction, I don't want you guys to give up. It's very simple. For this one, for example, you have 1/4 times x. So we're going to multiply 1/4 or 1/4 times, let's say 0. Whenever you multiply something times 0, you don't even have to do that because guess what? It's automatically 0. But let's try the next one, 8. Whenever you're multiplying a fraction times a whole number, the whole number goes over 1. Okay? So we're going to do 1 times 8, and that gives us 8. And then 4 times 1, and that gives us 4. We have to simplify this by dividing it. So if we do 8 divided by 4, your answer for this one is going to be 2. So the second y is 2. Let's try this one again. So we're going to...
What I do in mine?
I'm not sure. So we're going to do 1/4 times 16. And we're going to put 16 over 1. So we're going to top again. So 1 times 16 is equal to 16. And then bottom, 4 times 1 is 4. So 16 over 4, if we divide that, it gives us 4. Because 16 divided by 4 gives us 4. So that's how you guys are going to do the IXL skill that I'm going to assign to you right now. I'm going to give you guys 20 minutes for that. And then we're going to continue on non-proportional relationships.